Right now, we're gonna replay this again for you so you can hear it front to back.
What they don't understand, man, how much of I appreciate dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we laugh and we joke and we talk shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I watch him. You know what I'm saying? I done been in the studio with him and watched him work. And so that shit just brushed off on me. You know what I'm saying? And I got, you know, I love words. You know what I'm saying? I love finding new words. I love making words rhyme. I just got a passion for doing what I do. So just to have my man sitting right here, one of the greatest hip-hop artists that would ever be. I mean, this is history right next to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, just to be a part of that shit, and one day, you know, I am history now, but just to continue on and continue to just drop hot music and just be on a label where you got a CEO of the label who's also an artist, and you know what I'm saying, and let you be the artist that you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't never came to work and dudes like, let's make a Snap Your Finger song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You gotta, this was popping right now, all that shit. Well, you do a song like that, dog. Like, Shady allows you to have the opportunity to be who you is. That's one thing you can't take away from this label. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, well, the work ethic, you know what it is, with like all jokes aside, Obie's gotta go shit.
Oh. Alright.
Yeah, he's got a shit. I mean, you gotta go, right?
Alright, bio.
Nah, we just got a work ethic, man. You know, from, like I said, from the Shady family to the extended family, everybody is just, we constantly keep working. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's one of the things that I saw from going back to Pac. Like, that's his work ethic. Like, it just seemed like he lived in the studio. And even being able to be a part of that project, you know, with Afeni, and being able to, you know, giving me the go-ahead to even give me a chance.
Yeah.
To be able to produce that last record, that Loyal to the Game record, and the couple cuts, the 3 songs that I did on the album before, the Tupac album, the song with Pac and Biggie, the Running song. But it's just our work ethic is what keeps us going, you know. But it's like the family is so big right now. It's like, you know, I'm trying to throw a lot of stuff in Denon's hands too from D12, because he's a hell of a producer. You know,
yeah.
He's a hell of a rapper and he's a hell of a producer. And it's like, I tell Denon a lot of times, like, it's just that work ethic. Everybody is always working. You know what I'm saying? From D12, from Obie to 50, you know, everybody in G Unit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dre is constantly working. Like, everybody in our camp is working. That's why it comes together like that. And not only that, that's how you build relationships and make them stronger. You're in the studio clowning with different people, but they're all, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're friends, business associates, and all that, you know? So, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons when people get a certain comfortability level, you know, that's when they lose it. Yeah. When other artists come to work and are comfortable with each other, you know what I'm saying? That's when the magic happens.
Obie put his foot in this motherfucker.
He really did. He really impressed me. I mean, he impressed me on the first album.
Yo, Em, let me ask you this. This a couple songs, but I mean, last summer when we did the Anger Management 3 tour and we were out on the road, I remember Obie playing me a bunch of records, and a lot of those records aren't on here.
You know, we'd be on tour and dude is in the studio the same night. A lot of reason the songs didn't get used wasn't because they weren't good enough. It was just we had to be very selective on what we chose to go on this album, because there's so much good shit and it just wouldn't fit on a CD.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we dropped a double CD, you know. Obie's got songs that, you know, we're doing a mixtape that's coming up, and we're doing like a couple more things coming up this year that we can't talk about yet. But once again, it's that work ethic and just being in the studio every day.
And Em, since I got you now and we're waiting for Obie to get back from taking a shit,
that's gonna be a long time.
Tell me about everything. Like, I mean, you got Bobby Creek, we got Cassius, we got Stackborn, Horizon. Did you have to make sure that you had the work ethic from those guys before they actually inked the Shady records? Was that something that you really looked into?
Yeah, that's one of the things that Paul is good at, is checking the background on artists that we sign, like what their work ethic is.
I heard Cassius has like 95 songs done.
The dude has got, you know, Bobby Creek, Stat Quo, all them guys got like 100 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Probably more. But it's like, you know, at the end of the day, to make the album, like Cassius just came in, you know, like a week ago and did 10 songs in a week.
Wow.
Not even a week, 6 days. Did 10 songs in 6 days. And that was me making the beats, him taking them as soon as I made them. Boom. He's in the next room recording, and I'm moving on to the next beat. And we're doing the beats in another room. You know, as soon as he be done, I come in, listen to the track, and then I'll be like, yo, I got this other track. All right, give it to me. Boom. You know?
That's insane.
And it's, you know, Obie is the same. I don't know how we end up finding this much talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 50, we heard about, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody heard about 50. I mean, I knew 50 had a buzz, and I knew from the Nobody Likes Me, you know, that record. When I heard that, I was like, damn, dude, it's crazy. But I had just got on, and I wasn't even in a position really to sign nobody. The first group that I would sign was going to be D12. That was always the plan. You know, start Shady Records and do D12 and see what that does, and then try to branch out from there and try to, you know, sign more acts and try to, you know, make the label bigger and try to just keep it going. You know, to pick up 50 like that, you know, most like Obie, you know, we kind of found out the woodworks. You know, Cassius, we kind of found out the woodworks, you know, but like I said, 50, because his buzz was so huge, we were blessed to have him before somebody else got him.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I feel so blessed to have this many people on a label that spit like this. It's crazy. I feel like what, you know, Shady and Aftermath has done and G-Unit has done for hip-hop is really big. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's expanding it, you know, it just keeps shit going.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. So we got Second Rounds on Me is the next chapter.
Shout out to T.I. too, man, because he's doing his thing too. His new album is good too.
Yeah, he did his thing on there.
Yeah,
I'm a king.
Yeah, he put his foot in that album too.
That's right. August 15th.
Yes, sir.
Obie Trice's new album. I'm telling you.
August 15th, man. Go cop that album. Go buy it. And look, if you can afford a computer, you can afford to buy a damn CD.
There it is. So go buy it. August 15th in store. Second Rounds on Me. Thank y'all for coming through.
No
Appreciate you, corporate thug. You know it's always a pleasure.
Shade 45, the hype is real.
Rock, rock,
Bad Boy South.
rock, rock.